The meek shall inherit the earth. The meek will inherit the earth because their voices weren't heard. Their screams of injustice weren't heard. Their cries of agony and pain weren't heard. The meek will inherit the earth because they didn't ask for none of this. And they didn't have a choice, and they didn't have a chance to fight. The meek will inherit the earth, and it's not who you think it is. Because you humans had a chance, and you had a choice. The devil only gave you a choice, and you listened. The devil told you to cut down the forest. You didn't have to listen. But you killed all those trees. And they did scream in agony. And they did scream in pain. And they did scream out in injustice. You didn't hear it, but the universe heard it. The mother heard. She heard her creations being killed, massacred for no reason. The birds, the bugs, the bees, the fish, the whales, the dolphins, they all suffer. They all scream out, they all cry out in agony. But we don't hear them. We don't hear them because we think they're less conscious than us. We don't hear them because we're humans and we're better than animals, we're better than nature. We don't hear them, but the mother hears them. So the meek will inherit the earth. And only those that will live in accordance with nature, that will live in harmony with nature. That doesn't mean you can't eat plants. That doesn't mean you can't even eat flesh every now and then. We didn't pray for our food, we gave thanks for the life that was given thanks to us. But we don't do that no more, we just take the life. Whether we hear it or not, that life crawls out. And so it's the meek that shall inherit the earth. It's the ones who were crying out all this time, screaming in pain and agony, but never were heard. The trees cried for my brothers and sisters that were hung. The great mother heard. In order to save nature and the humans, either we can get destroyed or we can go back to nature and live in accordance, in harmony with the cycle of life. And not take so much and kill so much and burn down so much and take up so much unneeded space. So it's the meek that shall inherit the earth. It's the ones that have been crying for eons and eons and eons. Even when the matriarchs first came down here, they were living in peace and harmony with nature. That wasn't the problem. The problem was when the men came down here and started to be boys. With their big galactic toys. And started raping and pillaging Earth and digging canals and oceans. Taking tons and tons of gold and minerals without thinking or asking for it. Just looking at her, she's a big chunk of rock when she's not even a chunk of rock. She is water. She is consciousness. And she feels every bit as pain as a human does. Every bit of sadness, every emotion we could go through, she goes through. That pain that a mother would feel if her child was murdered in front of her is the same pain Mother Earth feels. It's the same pain the trees feel. Whether that life be a tree or a human, an ant, a bird, a squirrel. They're all children of the mother of creation and Mother Earth. And as the son of the mother, I don't like all this death that's been going on in the universe and on Earth. There's so much disrespect towards my mother's creations. With no empathy. We're not saying don't eat, we're not saying don't starve. But damn, show a little bit of compassion, a little bit of empathy, you just don't give a fuck. You just don't care. That's why it's going to be so much despair. That's why there's despair now. It's because you don't care. You don't care that they're poisoning the air. You don't care they're poisoning the food. You don't care they're poisoning the children. With the way the world is, I would never bring a child into this world, and that's why I don't have one. I don't want my child to get these shots. I don't want my child to eat McDonald's. I don't want my child twerking on Instagram. I don't want my son watching a bunch of damn video games all day. It's madness. And it's loud and irritating. So, the meek will inherit the earth, even if the mother has to silence everything on it first. But there's a chance for the righteous. And you hear the call. Don't ignore the call. It's time for us to leave these cities. These cities are destroying Mother Earth. And no one in them cares. They don't give a shit. They'll never give up their cars. They'll never give up their meat and flesh daily. What if you could only eat it monthly or yearly? Would that not satisfy you? To know that so many lives will be saved if you just ate monthly, yearly, some flesh. If you start thinking about that, you have to kill for that. Yeah, we even have to kill the plants, some of them. But the plants that bear fruit, they're still living. But you would rather kill. You don't even see that the devil's inside of you. Because he told you and he taught you that it was natural when it's not. You know your car is killing Mother Earth. Get rid of it. It's time for us to go back to something natural. Not the electric cars. They're using too much batteries. Nikola Tesla had everything we needed. But they don't want you to have that. They want you to use things that are destroying the earth. But you have to leave that all behind. Or get destroyed with it. Because it has to go. All of this Babylon and shit, it's destroying the earth itself. There's not going to be anything for anybody. So the best course of action would be to take out all of the humans. You guys are the ones doing it. You guys are the ones that could stop it, but you don't believe in your power. You don't believe in yourself. You're waiting on a higher power, but you think that higher power is just going to whisk you into the sky and save you. No, you're of the devil, so I might as well destroy you too. You can't change your ways now. Why would you change your ways later? You would just revert right back to them. And you know this. Your soul knows this. And this is why you better make that change now or accept your destruction. There's nothing more to it, because the meek shall inherit the earth. The birds and the trees, they're tired of suffering. They're tired of watching all this death. Tired of being turned into weapons. A rock can't even be a rock anymore. It gotta be a knife. The lead can't be lead no more. It gotta be a bullet. The steel can't be steel. It gotta be a sword and a pistol. We have turned Mother Nature into weapons to kill Mother Nature. What the fuck is wrong with us? And the people that have the power to stop it don't believe they have the power to stop it. Because the people in charge that are causing all destruction tell you you don't have the power to stop it, and you believe them. But the people who come to you and they seem a little bit more extraordinary and a little bit more magic, like a Jesus type of person, they tell you you have the same power as I do. And the powers that be fear them and kill them. And you don't ever display that power. It's going to take more than one Jesus to save the world. But his disciples watched him get slaughtered. Martin Luther King led a 1,000,000-man march and got popped in the head. And now one of them 1,000,000 people probably looked for his killer. They probably just cried. Oh, woe is me. What do I do now that my leader's gone? My nigga, I told y'all to stand up for y'all selves and fight. Jesus told you to be righteous. As soon as he died, y'all went right back to the devilish ways. Jesus said, don't eat pork. As soon as he died, y'all said, hey, pepperoni, huh? Ham sandwiches, eh? Stupid. So you've had chances and choices. You've had a chance, and you were given a choice to make things right. You were given a choice to leave the devil's world. You were given a choice to save yourself and to save your family. So when the meek inherit the earth, you have no choice but to accept your destruction. if you're still here. You see that it's not right, but you'll never stand up and fight. Not enough people got mad at Epstein Island. There was an island full of children that were trafficked, stolen from their parents, and were being used as sexual toys. For the people we vote in power, for the musicians we spend hundreds of dollars on their merchandise and music, and because we love the world that they've given us, we'll turn a blind eye to those children. Those children are the meek, and they shall inherit the earth, and ye shall be destroyed for ignoring their cries. Their cries were Pizzagate when it came out. Their cries were Epstein Island when it came out. It was to show the world that this is a wicked place and you need to scream for righteousness, but you didn't care because you love this wicked world. And so you'll perish with this wicked world. You don't have to believe me. But as the son of the great mother, I'd rather this world be destroyed than to keep having what's happening happen. Shit. To know there's children underground being raped, trafficked, never seen the light of day, never got to play, never got to taste ice cream. Why should this world go on if the people won't care? If they hear that but won't care, call it conspiracy. How many children are missing? We just found out there's a whole island of them. When is conspiracy not going to be conspiracy? The world deserves destruction. It honestly deserves everything that's coming to it. And that's why there's only a righteous few, because only that righteous few will throw away the world, will turn away the world. No, they weren't fucking righteous as in they were sinless and virgins and they were just holy their whole lives. No, they walked through the depths of hell and seen everything the devil had to throw at them and decided, I don't want none of this. It was fun. The alcohol, the porn, the anime, the TV, the games, the guns, the violence, the movies, the booty, the twerking, the Instagram, Facebook, it was all super fun. Potato chips, candy, it was amazing, it was enjoyable. But at the expense of the world and at the expense of the souls, it has to go. So I'll let it all go. I can eat from the fruits and the veggies from nature, fine. I can make my own Lay's from potato chips. I don't need the devil. I don't need your processed chemicals in order to make it shelf life. Fuck that. So the plastic bags can be thrown in the ocean and kill the damn turtles. No. Let's make chips out of potatoes and then make bags out of leaves. So you can throw the leaf on the ground. Since you want to be a lazy bitch and not find a garbage can. But we don't need garbage anyway. Everything should be biodegradable. Why would we take up space on Earth to dig a big hole to dump all our garbage that's not going to decompose? You have to leave these idiots behind. They're retarded. They're not powerful. They're not geniuses. They're fucking retarded devils. And you fell into the retardation. You have a brain, but you don't use it. That's what retarded means. Doesn't mean you have a mental illness or a mental sickness that was most likely caused by these devils. That's not your fault. Being retarded means you're a fully grown adult with a capable running brain, but you don't use it. Nothing's wrong with you, but you get drunk and you drive and you crash and you die and you take some other's life. You're retarded. You go and build an atomic bomb. You're retarded. We all gotta live on this earth. Why would you do that? We're facing desolation because of retardation. And it's not that the devils are retarded, it's they're retarding your mind because they know they're doomed. They know they're doomed. That's the part you don't forget. Read the book of Enoch. It was already declared they're doomed. The 200 fallen angels, they're doomed. They were already doomed. They already asked God, yo, can we get forgiven? God said, fuck no. You got 6,000 years. Enjoy it, bitch. And anybody you convince to join your side will burn with your dumbasses. That's why they took that shit out the Bible. God said it wasn't our fault the devil taught us to be devils. So I don't put that blame on you. I put that blame on the devil. But now that we know the devil is the devil and the devil's ways are the devil's ways, now you have the choice to choose to side with the devil or to side with the righteous. And the righteous are going back to nature. It told you in Revelations, the righteous are going back to the wilderness and the mountaintops. They're leaving Babylon. They're leaving the cities. How? Faith in the mustard seed. I don't know how yet, but I bet you I'll be out of here in a couple months, if not this end of this month. 40 acres and an RV. $500,000 plus minus don't matter. Whatever is needed for the mission, whatever I need to get the safe haven. Obedience. It's all I have. It's led me on a beautiful adventure. It's shown me things I'm amazed to see, and I want to see more at this point. What else does the universe have to offer? Probably better food than the devil. Probably better entertainment. Better clothes. We just think. But all y'all in the Tartaria, they were more closer to nature than the stuff we have now. So we see the amazing world we could have. But first you have to let the devil's world burn down. We can't just turn away from it because it's too big. So it has to be destroyed. Wiped away. It was just too. It has to be wiped away, destroyed, burnt away. Get back in harmony with Mother Nature, and you'll get back in harmony with God, if you want to call it that. Or the goddess, the mother, for those that can accept the truth. But once you get back in accordance with her, you will be guided towards safety. Otherwise, you'll be destroyed, and that's that.